Alright, so this is the Lich boss. Start off by pushing the Lich chest button. Get that spawning over here in the boss area. Get our starter cards. And there's our starter deck. Alrighty. So the main focus of this boss is this boss tracker right here. Throughout the game, the boss tracker will move up and down, and if you ever get it to the very end of the boss tracker, you die. And so how you play is you draw every turn. So let's say turn 1, you flip over an event. This will be flipped over every turn. So this is bone up people. All rooms require 2 movement to move or lose a room. And then we see, so you can read that, and then the channel is for each, it channels 1 for each spawn Death Rider. So you'll see a lot of these little tombstone icons, and that just means that it's going to be moving this up the tracker. So if we were to have 5 hearts, it would move up the tracker. And so the way you move down the tracker is you have to be in a room with a tombstone. Grab my meeple right here. So if we're in the room with a tombstone, which we are, the portal room, you can put 2 actions per player. So since it's a single player game right now, we only have to sacrifice 2 actions. If we were in a 4-player game, or 4-player game would be 8 actions, and a 2-player game would be 4 actions. So we just do 2 actions per player. So sacrifice that, and then I would be able to bring that down. Additionally, there are 3 other tiles in here that have, what do you call it? Tombstones. So pull that. Whenever that one gets drawn, for example, you will, as soon as it gets played and comes out, you automatically move up the tracker as well. But you can use that room to again bring down the tracker. And that's how that works. So really this tracker doesn't matter until turn 4 and every turn 4 after that point. So at turn 4 is what we call unleashing, and it will start from the very bottom and move our way this way. So if we're right here, it's only going to be doing this action, which is all players lose 2 action cards. So I have to sack 2 action cards. If you have a card that has 2 actions, like this one over here, you can just use that instead. You also can do a combination, use 2 of those actions, and you can save the 1 sword from that. But, so if you do that, if you were, say, all the way up here on the tracker, you would summon a mini-boss. And this would basically summon on one of the tombstones in your tile, so you just roll a dice to pick which one it spawns on. Or flip a coin in this case. And then we'd move, my bad, I guess we'd lose 2 actions. Then we would spawn a Death Rider at the portal room. So these are Death Riders. They are pretty brutal. They have, they're also very dynamic as well, so their stats will change depending on how many players you have in the game. Tabletop will automatically do that for you. It's also in the rulebook. And so, but what's more unique is this little death icon up top, which stands for Death Touch. So if you take any sword damage directly to your health, you automatically die and everyone loses the game. So you want to be careful about these guys. They also have a boot right here. So when they first spawn, they just stay on the portal tile. Next turn, it's going to be, let's say if I was inside this room, it will move 1 boot into this room with me. And if we come over here, the next one is Reaper Stride. All Death Riders get an extra boot, so it just moved 2 spaces that turn. And then the last one I just was talking about is Great Revival, so that one you spawn the mini-boss. And then we can look at the other 2. All players lose their max HP and go down to 5, and stay at 5 for the whole rest of the game, really rough, and then you die. The other thing that we have is you'll find the event deck will be summoning a Shaman. And those will be something just like similar to a mini boss where they will spawn on a random tombstone room. And so if you don't have any tombstone rooms, it's just going to spawn right at the portal room. If not, then flip a coin or roll a dice to decide where it goes. So you continue to do this. If you can survive the whole entire dungeon and get to the very bottom of it, then you will enter the boss room. And this is the boss room. Right here. Push the center tile on tabletop to summon that. The back has the rules for the boss. So we come inside here. Now, if you leave any Death Riders or Shamans, they will teleport into the boss room. And you have to roll a dice. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can decide, the dice will decide where they will spawn in the dungeon. And the Lich is always going to be in the center of the tile on his throne. You can go, and the Lich doesn't really do much every turn other than unleashing. So before it leashes every 4 turns, in this case it will leash every turn once you enter the dungeon, or every turn past turn 16. So if you're not in the dungeon by turn 16, it's just going to keep unleashing. So once you get on here, it's going to unleash, moves it up the tracker, or let's see here. Is it channel 1? Oh yeah. Upon entering the room, you channel 3. Unleash if unleash has not happened already this turn. So if you haven't unleashed this turn, you can unleash it there. And then it just talks about the stats. Tabletop is really good about. I've been able to program these in, so you don't have to worry about that per player. It's got 15 health, and basically you just have to kill it. The Death Riders will now not target players anymore, but will target the Lich and will come protect them, so that they will always move towards the Lich and just stay there. Once you defeat it all the way down, if you can handle all the rest of it, I'll show you have a little. You defeated the Lich, and that is the end of the boss. Thanks for watching. Hope you understand. Let me know in the comments if you have any more questions.